G'day mate, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere with me, Jenny, and today we're continuing with our black box builds. Today we're going to be working on, well, science, because I figured they're probably, at least starting at the easy end, with, you know, blue and red, a little bit of yellow, probably the easiest things we're going to start working our way through. From there on, it's probably going to start getting a whole lot more complicated after we get up to yellow and purple. But, you know, let's start with the easy stuff. Let's work our way up. So, first thing is we're going to need another tower. Now, I'm going to make sure all these blueprints are really built in this central band of the planet. I don't really want to go any further up and down just because of how it's going to change the way the blueprints work. Now, that's not saying that they won't work there, but I don't really want to... I don't want to risk publishing blueprints that might not work, you know, power poles might not fit, all that sort of fun stuff. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to be working on the electromagnetic matrix. Now, electromagnetic matrix requires magnetic coils, plus it requires some circuit boards. Circuit boards and magnetic coils both require, there's one, where's the other one? There. They both require copper. The other thing they require is this one requires iron, that one requires magnets. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in magnets, copper, and circuit boards. Same time, let's just max that out, set that to 100%, set that to 5%, good, we're ready to go. We'll throw in ships, and I'm about to run out of little ships again, but that's fine. We're going to throw in our belts. Now, they both share copper, so we're going to start with the copper belt. Okay, we need, of course, magnets for one belt. And we need... That's meant to be iron. I boo-booed that real quick. Iron. Okay. And then we're going to need some production. So, we're going to obviously have to output onto the outside, I think is the wise choice. Is it? Is it the wise choice? No. You know what? We're going to output onto the inside. Now, because I'm using Mark III sorters, well, in fact, I'm going to be using Mark III for everything, I don't have to worry about how far I'm dragging materials. So, if I was to use, where are we? Mark I sorters with their much slower transport speed, obviously this blueprint might be a little bit slow to get the production line running. But, because I'm using Mark III, I don't have to worry, because they not only move very fast, they also have a cargo stacking ability. So, with that out of the way, we're going to go with production. I'm going to go with coils. And on this side of the belt, we're going to do circuit boards. We're going to do input from copper, input from magnets, output. And then on this side, we're going to go input from copper, input from iron, and of course output. And then for this particular build to make, and this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting. I need to decide a number for all the sciences. All the sciences that was like a reasonable number to sort of aim towards. So we're going to go with half a belt of science, okay? Half a belt of blue science, half a belt of red, half a belt of yellow, half a belt of purple. We'll get back to the gravity matrix, okay? So for half a belt, I only need, and this is the beauty of some of these builds, at least at small scale, I need 5 assemblers. 5 assemblers. Okay, so then you're an input belt, input belt. We don't need any of those, okay? We do need to have the actual science itself. So what we're going to do is I'm going to remove that belt. We're going to need some labs, which of course I don't have on me. And as for labs, wrong pole. One of these makes labs. Is it you? It's you. We're going to need 45 labs. 40. Let's go with 43 plus 1 plus 1. Beautiful. Okay, 45 labs. 45 labs. I'm going to twist that belt in there. And, oh, power. Let's do power before I forget. So we're going to need a power pole right in here. Tuck that right into the build. Second power pole, say there. No, it doesn't reach. Okay, power pole there, power pole there. Okay, power poles are done. Labs themselves. Let's put our first lab here. Actually, let's put our first lab over one more tile. Yeah, first lab there. I'm going to have you come. I'm going to have to zigzag around the assemblers. Okay, this is why we're building it together. I could just give you these blueprints, but let's build them together. Alright, so we're going to bring out copper instead. We're going to bring out magnets. We're going to bring out iron. And then 1, 2, 3. Let's put the production on the outside. 1, 2. Actually, can I move that power pole in more? One more time? I can. 1, 2, 3. Production. 1 there. You're going to be doing coils. We're going to go same as we did before. In, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll drop you there. Change your recipe to that one because it's literally the exact same sort of setup. And then power poles. I can probably no. Okay, so we did a power pole there. So we haven't really changed our power pole placement too much. Alright, we're going to bring that belt to there. Let's have a look at how big a lab actually is. Yeah, it hasn't really changed the footprint that much. Okay, let's put our first lab there. Can I get a power pole on this side? I can. It's in a dead straight line. Excellent. We'll put our first belt there. We'll take our second belt, put it there. We'll have an output belt for our labs, tucking around the outside, into there. And we're going to want input, and output. Okay, so with that done, no, let's remove that, and that. Okay, so with that done, so we want to make blue science. Blue science takes 3 seconds, okay? And I want to make 15 per second. So, first off, we're going to have 15 labs, which is just click, lots, because the maximum height is 15. Okay, after I have 15 labs, we're then going to come into copy mode, and I'm going to copy from there to there, and then I'm going to paste that there and there, hit the minus button so they join together, click OK, and then Icarus now needs to place, yep, 2 lots of 15 labs, and that should be the whole build. Now, looks fine at ground, actually, we'll stand on this side. Looks fine at ground level, but, you know, round planet, 3 straight builds, 3 straight buildings, they sort of space out as they get up higher. But that should be blue science done. Now what we're going to do is, just to make some confirmations, we're going to trim off any excess belt. We're going to put a power pole just, well, here, so it links into the next build. Pull off that belt as well. And then we're going to let it run. We're going to let it run. We're going to come back in a little while and just confirm that everything's running. Oh, warpers. We want 100 warpers, local demand, remote supply. Helps if I turned all these on. Cool. We're going to walk away. We're going to leave it running. We should be able to come back. Well, it depends. If it fills up, we probably can't. We should be able to come back and see how it's doing in a couple of minutes to make sure production. Let's go with local planet. Make sure that, well, blue science pops up here and it tells us we're doing, what is it, 900? 900 per second. Okay, so with that out of the way, next one is going to be red science. Now, red science is, believe it or not, even easier. Because we're not bringing in raw material, we're bringing in, like, once processed material, i.e. smelted material. We need to have a belt of graphene and a belt of hydrogen. So it is literally going to be graphene and hydrogen and warpers and 100 of, thank you, local demand, remote supply, throw in ships, go to the other pole. Where are we? 400 ships, please. Throw those in there. Max that out, minimize that. And in this case, we're going to need, it takes twice as long, so we're going to need twice as many labs, which means I need a crisp 90. 90, perfect. Perfect, 90 labs. Okay, so this should be even easier. It should be a case of, let's bring out item number 1. Let's bring out item number 2. You gotta remember, in the very, very early game, how complicated it was to make red science. Like, you need to set up oil, you need to do this, you need to do that. Late game, it's like, no. We have infinite amounts of hydrogen from gas giants. We just need to have a decent amount of smelting, which, you know, if you go to Discord and you go to my universal smelters, you can get, you know, 6 graphene, energetic graphene smelter build, which produces 180 energetic graphene per second. And of course, this is going to slide over a tile. This is going to be using all of, well, a belt's worth, so 30. Yeah. Okay, so with that done, we need to max this out again, because we need twice as many of them. I'm going to remove that, and that, and then it should be a case of, once again, copy, paste, and drag, minus, so they all link together. And how many do I need? I need 3 6 builds. Okay, so with that happening in the background, let's change that to 1 minute. We're at 746. Are all the assemblers running? Yes. 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 Are all the labs running? No, you're not quite running yet. So, Icarus, just hover still, please. Okay, so you've just kicked in. Yeah, it's taking that long to get circuit boards all the way up to the top of that tower. Alright, let's just turn you on, you on, you on, you on. Yeah, the bot's got it all done. We can remove that, remove that, remove that, remove that. Remove that. And same story, we're just foundation out just a tiny bit. Let's wait. Okay, so in theory, 882, 883. I'm pretty sure we can call that 908. Yeah, it's gonna get there. It's gonna take another minute. All right. So when ships return with these things, when they're returning right now, we should be good on our second energy matrix. Now, no, not purple. We're not up to purple. Well, we're not up to purple. A structural matrix. Okay. Same story. I want to aim for half a belt's worth, so 15 items per second. So we're gonna have to get a couple of items here. Now, these require diamonds. Now, I don't actually smelt diamonds, because diamonds come from one of 2 rare resources. They either come from energetic graphene that's been resmelted, or because we're in late game, we can actually use this recipe here to turn kimberlite ore straight into diamonds. So that's exactly what I want to do. I want to actually, as part of this build, incorporate the smelting in. So we want to make yellow cubes, which are going to require kimberlite ore to make diamonds. Plus we need to make, if we double check, we're going to need titanium crystals, which is going to require, of course, organic crystals, and it's going to require titanium. So this is where things are going to start getting a little bit more in-depth and a little bit more complicated. We also need to bring in warpers, and that is another thing with these builds. Like, technically, I can only bring in 3 materials plus have the output, unless I want multiple towers. So things are going to start getting a little bit more... Alright, so let's start with kimberlite ore. The kimberlite ore is going to require some smelters, which means I need to grab some smelters, which are conveniently kept in this tower. Can I just cut the belt right there, please? Because they're all disappearing into making the other type of smelters. No, I've already got 24 on me. I am well and truly done. There you go. Join that back together. I didn't realize I already had smelters on me. Let's double check. Yep. Double check that one. 900 per minute. Neat. It's doing. It's done. And actually, it's none on the tower because obviously it's all getting consumed. Excellent. Okay. So, kimberlite ore. Kimberlite ore requires... Actually, let's put down a smelter. That's the... Oh, do we use plane filters? Plane smelters. Okay, let's talk through this first. Okay, so 1 kimberlite ore takes 1.5 seconds to give us 2 diamonds. Okay, we need... For every structural matrix, we're going to need 15. 15 structural matrices are going to require 15 diamonds, which is going to require, going back to this recipe, it's going to require 11 1/4 smelters. Now, if we changed our smelters over, we'd need half as much, which means 6 smelters. I like that idea. Like, we could have the whole lot done in 6 smelters. We don't use a whole lot more power, but, you know, we're running our life on artificial suns at this point. What's a little bit of power between friends? Especially if we're only talking about 6 smelters. It's not going to break the bank. It would help if I had some. I don't have frame material. Anybody else happen to have some stockpile of frame material and they're just holding out? No. Oh! Hang on. Hang on. We might be in business. You have frame material. I actually need 5. What I jump in 60. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, we should get 6 out of that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to plan that we have 6 of them. Actually, let's move you back a tile, so that way the diamond's on the outside. Actually, to be 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 6. Okay, so that becomes our belt of diamonds. Alright, we just need to upgrade the smelters, which we could probably do right about now. Which tower was it? That tower. 6. Cool. Upgrade. Yep. Done. Alright, so we have 6 of them, okay? So it's going to give us our 6 diamonds. On top of that, obviously, if we're doing a 15 structural matrix per second, we're also going to need 15 titanium crystal per second. Now, titanium crystal takes 4 seconds to craft. We need 15 of it, so we're actually going to need 40 assemblers. And we're going to need a belt and a half worth of titanium. So let's start with titanium. Titanium. On top of that, we're going to need organic crystal. So let's also throw down our assembler right there. We'll bring out that belt for organic crystal. And this is why we build things live together. So that way we can sit here for half a second, have a think about what we're doing, and decide, is this the best way of doing things? I think the answer is no. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to remove that, because that's the easy part of the construction. That's also the short part of the construction. We only need, like I said, like 6 machines, 6 furnaces. This one is going to require 40 machines. So what we're going to do is we're going to change you to titanium and you to organic crystal. And we're going to put 2 machines back to back with you having an output and you having an output. We're going to set you to be titanium crystal, left and right. We're going to input organic, input titanium, output crystal. Yep. Okay, cool. We're going to throw a power pole right there. Just, actually, we can move everything over by tile. You know what? Let's do it. Let's try and tuck these builds as... Ooh. Yeah, no. Let's not do it. Just because I've had too many issues already with Dyson Sphere blueprints are. It's a new feature. It's a very, very new feature. It's also come with a few new bugs. So, in theory, I could do it. But how long would it be before something breaks and... Yeah, let's pass. Okay, so let's go there. Where do I need my next... Okay, let's just drag you out of here. Power pole. That's what I'm trying to work out. Where's my next power pole? My next power pole is hopefully there. Hopefully there provides enough power coverage for both sides of the belt. So far so good. So it looks like every 4 machines is going to require a power pole. So if I remove that, and all of that, we need how many machines? 40. So I need 2 lots of 20. So that'd be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll see if this blueprinting trick works. There to there. Paste. No. Why? Actually, let's just try hitting the minus. No. Okay. So I need 1 extra belt. All right. So let's go from there to there with 1 extra belt, and then click and drag. Hit the minus button so they line up. Alright, and I know I don't need the last 2. You, and you. All go away. Okay, so that ends the output of those 3 belts. And I have a half belt. I don't need that. Well, I do need that power pole, but I don't need that power pole. Okay, so I have 2 quarter belts. 2 quarter belts of titanium that we can, titanium crystal we can promptly join together. Let's remove that 1 belt and put the power pole on there. There we go. Let's squeeze that baby in. Alright. So, the other thing we're going to need is the kimberlite ore. Now, if I push this out the side, it's going to look odd. Odd is the best way of putting it. Alright, how long was... It was 6 smelters, right? 6 smelters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's only 5 machines long. Can I push 5 machines to the end of the belts? Yes, because we need a belt and a half of titanium. So it actually means that it's a 3/4 belt and a 3/4 belt. So I could quite easily... let's just extend these out. That way we can talk about it together. I could quite easily extend it out by 1... Oh, more extension. More extension. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So currently I have 3 too many. Let's put a power pole here and here. That way we can see the powered ones are part of the original build before I start trimming things out. And let's remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually 6. So let's pull 6 off, which now means I'm allowed to have 6 extra at the end. So I can remove those 2 power poles because this has all become part of the new build, the revision 2.0. There? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then I just have 1 measly machine on the end that's not quite powered. But I should be able to bring... Let's just assume that belt goes into there. We should be able to throw a power pole there without an issue. Cool. Alright, so now we know that's the titanium, okay? Which also means that the titanium crystal output belt starts there. That power pole is technically required. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to see about kimberlite ore. No, I want to move. Put that back. Trim the 6 from that side instead, because that way the power poles are not going to get in my way. Which means that belt goes away. And then what we'll do is we'll bring out, so we'll make sure this is the output belt for the diamonds, which is on the bottom of the build, which I don't know if I like, but we'll put it there for right now. And that could be the kimberlite ore. I just ran out of belt. Let's go to the new hub that already has 2000 belt ready to go. This is why I built it. We can now grab resources from multiple places. Lack of item. Well, of course, lack of item. Okay, so you're gonna go in, out, and you're gonna be making those. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I actually have heaps of room left over. We'll need a bonus power pole, which won't fit. Okay, that's fine. We'll just slide that over one tile. Throw a power pole in there. Move that over one tile. Grab 3 more of those, drag them there. Okay, so that... can we move you close to the center? Cool. Alright. So I have one odd gap. We'll just pretend the odd gap doesn't really exist, because there's no... Actually, there is a fix for it. That's the fix. Those autosaves are getting longer and longer. Okay. Okay, let's just slide you up a tile. Grab that, drag that back 3, move the one power pole over tile. I'll move you 3 as well. Okay. So, after we've got all the way out to the end, I now have diamond and organic crystal basically right beside one another. Let's start with, again, a lab. I need labs. This time, because we're doing 3 seconds took 90 labs. 6 seconds took... No, 45 labs took 90 labs. This is 8 seconds, 120 laboratories. So, into here, we're going to go for 119 plus a 1. Cool. And as you can see, it fills back up pretty much instantly. And that's what we want. We want things to top back up instantly, ready for the next ship that may request them. Bring that to there. So I can take both those organic crystals, join them back together. Take my diamond, join it together as well. We want you to be one tile longer. So that should mean we should be able to go input, input, output. Have you produce the structural matrix, which is again, you know, it's again one titanium, one titanium crystal, one diamond, and 8 seconds, and then we should be able to copy from there to there, even though that's on a curve. Oh, it would help if I... No. It would help if I removed that bit of belt. Okay. Copy from there to there, even though... Oh, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to do this part, where we make a big pile of labs. Okay. You tall? Yeah, you tall. Okay, alright. Copy. Cool. Now, big pile of labs in my way. Alright, copy from there to there. Even though that one's on a curve, it shouldn't matter. Paste. We go, how many do I want? I want 120, which is... 2 is 30. So I want 6 stacks, I think. I don't know. It's 2 AM or something, so maths is hard. Let's go with 6 stacks and see if there's anything left. There is. 2 stacks worth. Not quite, Judy. Not quite. Okay, so so even though that's on a curve, it looks like it still failed. But if I click them, it's happy. Okay, I have exactly 0 labs left in my inventory. Okay, so I was short. Oh, it's 8 seconds, so we need 8 stacks. Never mind. Alright, so that should be build. We just need to take this return belt and plug that out of build range. Of course it is. Fly too fast. Plug that into there. And trim that back. Yep. No, I actually like that belt. That one bit of belt there. Okay, so we have a build that is beautifully 2 belts on the left, 2 belts on the right, 3 belts in the middle, whole bunch of labs down the center. Those belts don't connect with those belts, so yeah, actually we'll leave that. Okay, so that should be the build. Up and running. It's a bit longer than the other builds. Do we want to try and shorten it down? Make it wider and shorter? No, I think I like this. It is probably proportionally a little bit long, but that's okay. We won't try and bag out on it too much and hurt its feelings. Alright. I need a power pole. And then we're gonna set remote, local, remote. And that should be that build up and running. Just double checking here. Energy matrix at 900 per second. And per minute. Per second. That'd be ridiculous. And humming along beautifully. Blue is still doing the same. Gears would be working, except I'm pretty sure that tower is chockers. Yep, everything's fine. So it's just a matter of waiting for materials to arrive. So whilst we wait for materials, let's just fill out this. Now, unfortunately, there's no way to blueprint with concrete intact at this stage, but I'm sure the devs are working on it. I'm sure it's coming. Okay, titanium's arrived already. Whilst we wait on that, let's just copy from there to there. So we're going to call this, let's just go with blue. Let's flip the caps lock around the right way. Let's just go with blue matrix. Give you a symbol of blue and per second. Actually, let's go with black box blue matrix. Okay. Black box blue matrix. Makes 15 blue matrix per second from smelted materials. Okay, I'm definitely not typing that out for all the descriptions. I'll do that off camera, but that's our very first blueprint. Okay, so with that out of the way, we're going to hit reset blueprint. Actually, I can just change that to say red. There to there to there. Change that to say red. I don't. Black. Change that word to say red. And change that word to say red. We can come in here, we can change you to be red as well. And then we can scroll across and we can drag from there to there. Yep. And then we can go save blueprint. So we have black box blue matrix, black box red matrix, and reset blueprint. Thank you. And then we can do that one, and we're gonna call this yellow. Yellow. And yellow. And of course change that over. Click save. Okay. So so that gives us our first 3 blueprints saved. That looks to be running. All those machines are running. I haven't checked power. Power should be heaps. Yeah, okay. All those are running. Yeah, we're not looking at making a full belt of material. We're looking at making half a belt of material every second. And it's going to take a while because not only does it need to... Physically, does the build need to get up to speed, which is already done, but every single one of these labs wants 20 of each material in it. So it's going to take a while for this to buffer and get up to speed. So we'll probably start next episode over with double checking this. Or maybe... I'm still really looking at changing this over and making it shorter and fatter. I needed 40 machines, so I do 4 rows of 10. How big's 10? 3... How am I out of sorters? Okay. Oh, then it's not connected to anything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we do 4 rows of 10. Plus then I need the plane smelters. And then I'm determined to not use splitters, so I'd have to do either 2 rows of 4 or 2 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 2 and snake the belts between them. Alright. It's something maybe it'll be rebuilt by the time you see it the next episode, or you could just cheat, jump ahead, go jump on my Discord server and grab the blueprint and then take it into your game and see how it actually looks in game. But with that said, I'm going to leave it here. We've got 3 easy sciences done. Information matrix is going to take a little bit more time to work out. In fact, we're going to actually be splitting that into 2 halves. We're going to do this processes, because processes are actually used for a number of things. Whereas up until now, well, you know, the titanium crystals really only used for one other item, being the cashmere crystal. And as for the cashmere crystal itself, it's not used in production. It's only used in plane filters. So there's very little point to have a dedicated build that makes cashmere crystals when really you want a dedicated build that makes plane filters. So yeah, same with diamonds. Diamonds, well, actually diamonds go into graviton lenses, but same story. You really want a dedicated build for graviton lenses, not a dedicated build for diamonds. So with that said, I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. As always, if you want any details, you can always jump on Discord server, ask questions of other lovely Dyson Sphere enthusiasts like yourself, or as I said, grab these blueprints on Discord server. At the same time, if you haven't liked the video, if you've been here for 30 minutes, you should definitely like the video by now. And you're on episode, what, 53, 54, 55. You should have clicked subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video to make sure the YouTube algorithm picks this up and shows it to other Dyson Sphere players like yourself. And lastly, tell your mum I said, g'day, mate. All right, that's it. We're out. Thanks for watching. Bye.